Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the Big Sky Conference. If you see it in the sports book, yes, this conference has already started, or the tournament's already started. So you go and look and you're like, man, where's the number 1 and the number 2 seed? Because if you look at conference standings and you see it here, Eastern Washington's the number 1 seed, Northern Colorado was the 2 seed, then you got Montana, Weber State, Montana State, Portland State, Idaho State, whatever, right? So you look and you're like, well, there's only about 4 teams over 20 wins. They're the 4 we should probably be concerned with. But when you look at it, something went wrong. Well, this past weekend on Sunday, Sacramento State shocked the world. Sacramento State beat the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. This is a real Cinderella here, 10-23, and they found a way to win the game. Just nuts. And then, if you thought that was bad, the very next game, Idaho State knocks off the number 2 seed in Northern Colorado. Unreal. I bet Northern Colorado really missed Dalton Knecht for this game. Dalton Knecht, by the way, transferred to Tennessee and started dominating. But last year, he was on Northern Colorado's team. And this is what happens. You go and lose. So now you lose the top and the 2nd seed. They had to win the conference tournament to get to the dance. They're not going to get an at-large bid. This is over. So what this means is a Cinderella will win this conference. Whoever wins it, they're a Cinderella. Now, what they're going to do in the big dance is not my business, but what I can tell you is when you go look at this conference as a whole, the best team remaining is Montana or Weber State, essentially, right? These 20-win teams, everybody else has a losing record. Everyone else is not worth talking about for the most part. When you go look at these teams individually, the last star player, or when you go look at these players individually, the last star player still alive is Dylan Jones, the conference leading scorer and rebounder. Dylan Jones is a stud, and he's the last star player left. So the only way to bet on this, or to look at this, is Weber State's going to get it done. Now, I do like Montana, and I think there's an insane amount of value looking at Idaho State. But the rest of these, I can't buy in, right? Just not going to happen. But Weber State or Montana is winning this conference, and you're getting that plus 115 and 185. That's why the odds aren't as astronomical as they would have been if you had you jump on these teams earlier. But if you were going to take a bet at this, it's a 1-unit bet. Weber State, just trust the star power. Trust them to carry them to victory. But if you're looking for a total team, a team that scores a lot of points and has a solid starting 5, Idaho State is them. Now, I know Idaho State, I know. They have a losing record. I know. But I just went back and watched this game against Northern Colorado. Idaho State, everybody shows up to play, man. They score a ton of points. And when you look at the league leaders or the conference leaders in scoring, you got Idaho State. They have all 5 in the top 50 in scoring. All 5 on the list of leading scorers in the conference. It's really impressive. I think they have a solid team of scorers. They have some solid playmakers, but when I watched them play, I got really excited because I really was watching. I watched Northern Colorado basketball. I was really looking at Northern Colorado. I expected them to win the conference. I got all excited because Eastern Washington lost, and I'm like, it's our turn now, right? It didn't go down like that. Idaho State wins the game, and handedly. They were in the lead at half. They pulled away in the second half. It's just one of these things where Idaho State, if they were to make a run, that would be Cinderella all day, and that's at plus 650. But I don't see it happening. I think you go with the star player at Weber State, and you stick with it. Conference's best player. He's going to win the conference. Go do your thing, and Weber State gets to go to the big dance. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all.